Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here. Welcome back to some Mechwarrior Online news. We have an MWO road map update. Last time I covered this, I'll be very honest, I was very disappointed. Since then, I've been able to sit down with Darren and Matt over at Piranha Games to talk a little bit more, and that was in the podcast 228. If you haven't listened to that, it's on YouTube and SoundCloud or any podcatcher out there, so go listen to that. There's some interesting information, them refocusing on things, and this map just came out. I'm streaming right now. I'm going to take a break. I haven't read through it yet, so I just wanted to give you my live reactions to the update and go over it. So let's go ahead and dive in here and see what is on this update and what have they updated in particular. All right, here we have Greetings, Mech Warriors. Well, this has been an exciting month for Mech Warriors throughout the Inner Sphere. We were finally able to announce the news that the first new mech chassis is being added to the MWO since the Dervish was released almost 3 years ago. The Crusader has consistently been the most requested mech by our community for years, and our team is just as excited as you are to finally see it on the battlefield. Mark and Co. are busy making this iconic mech a reality, and we've had a sneak peek at the cockpit, and it will be one of the best yet. More info on the Crusader coming today, and that of course is March 31st of 2022, with the launch of a pre-order, and we will be sure to ask Mark nicely if we can share some of that progress with everyone as he is able to. Now, I've been covering the information release on the Crusader. If you'd like to check out all that other stuff, if you didn't know about it, make sure to go watch those videos and keep up to date. We know the variants and hero and all that stuff like. All right, Francois is also busy working on the next map, a conversion of the faction play map Vitric Forge with the big blue sun into a new quick play map. With the success of this month's Emerald Vale release, we're really looking forward to another new map to add to our ever-growing collection. We'll also ask Francois to share some of that progress with you as it becomes available. Now, we also have a little bit of news on that regard. The Vitric Forge one is apparently a little bit harder to reorganize and redo based on the assets, the 3D assets in that map. For those that don't know, it's very much like a HPG-esque. And HPG, for those that don't know, a lot of those 3D meshes that make up the buildings and stuff, they're made specifically for that area, so it's difficult. So good luck with that, Francois. Look forward to it. I actually been really enjoying the Forge, the Emerald Vale map. So. All right, last but certainly not least, we have quite a few development updates on the way. We'll cover those here in an update to the roadmap, but we will get into more detail on those exciting features in our upcoming devlog, which will be added to this post as soon as it goes live. In short, we're currently working on an update to the way quirks are displayed in the Mech Lab, categories and color coding, some improvements to the skill tree, and of course, the new event queue mode. We're also currently investigating improvements to the matchmaker and faction play. Last but not least, we're investigating the possibility of a new game mode for Mechwarrior Online. There's a lot to unpack there. First off, for those that didn't know, color coordinating of quirks. We actually did hear that from Darren on the podcast, so we knew that was coming down. What we did not know here is improvements to the skill tree. Now notice, I just want to highlight here, it says improvements. It does not say changing the skill tree, so I'd like to know more information about that because I think that's a big... it's been a big issue since the skill tree was introduced. New quick play event mode. We've already sort of heard what this is sort of going to be like, but we don't really know how it's going to be like in actuality, but I'm excited to try it out. And matchmaker, I'd like to know what exactly are they looking at? I think right now, I don't necessarily... Matchmaker also includes just match quality to me. I think it's all one thing. I think that discussion of soup queue, matchmaker, match quality, all needs to be talked about. And of course, lastly, faction play. We heard them talk about that in podcast 228, that the first thing is to work on event queue and then look at some of these other things. And then this other new bit here, a new game mode. I am so intrigued. I'd like to know more, but I'll also push back a little bit. I feel like I'd like improvements to the current game modes. I know that's not really value added as developers go, but I still think Incursion needs to be removed. I still think it's one of the worst game modes outside of Escort that was also removed. But anyways, it's interesting to see new game mode. I'd like to know, what do they think a new game mode would look like in MWO? Is this for quick play? Is this for faction play? I have so many questions in that. All right, check out the updates below and watch the devlog when it's out, and we'll see you out there. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to read these. I'm not going to look at the roadmap because it's like the spreadsheet. Pre-orders, the Crusader pre-order and delivery. Okay. Next, Platinum Collectibles. This is the Inner Sphere Platinum Collection, and this is the Wolfhound, Crab, Black Knight, and Mauler. And for those that don't know, this is basically a special skin that you can use on all of the chassis. So not just that variant, you can take it and use it on the other ones, but it's literally like a platinum color. And then we have the Cougar, Arctic Wolf, Nova, Mad Cat Mark II, and we have a map section update. I don't know if that's in the right place. I think that's out of map section update. I think that's not supposed to be right there. That's interesting. Might have found a just typo. All right, so interesting, a platinum collection. So as you can see, this is just number 2, and we sort of speculated as well as with the numbers. I know I've seen plenty of platinum mechs out there, and again, if you really enjoy these mechs, it does beg the question is you can get one that gets a 30% boost, specifically like the AS7D and so forth and so on. So that's actually quite interesting when it comes to that. So map section update, I think that's supposed to be this right here. Next, Vitric Forge for quick play. And again, good luck, Francois. I actually have been really enjoying the Emerald Veil. There's a big discussion going on right now, and I'd actually like you to take a moment and answer this question. On the new Veil map, I like the trees. I like the concealment they offer as me running around. But does that make snipers too powerful, or is it the fact of snipers have too much height on the sides? And so should the sides be brought down? Should you just remove trees? I feel like it's like an illness and symptom. You guys want the less trees so you can engage and all that. Anyways, let me know down in the comments down below how you guys feel about that. Features update, the event queue mode, and we have an asterisk here. We'll be revealing more about these feature updates in the upcoming devlog and subsequent feature online posts. Like I said, we've had Matt talk about it, but I want to know, I mean, he pretty much says like they're going to be able to control a lot of variables. With that all being said, one of the questions I have for the devs, which is going back to the matchmaker match quality, if you guys are going to be doing certain things for this event queue, I would toss that out there. Also make it so you can make those adjustments to the quick play. And what I mean by that is, if you're already making changes to group size, tonnage, and stuff, if you have a tool set being made for that for the quick play event, bring that over to quick play. Let's sit down on the community and talk about stuff to improve the soup queue experience. And so if you're already having those tools being done, let's try it out. Let's try changing stuff up, whether it's group size or tonnage or having multiple groups and stuff like that. I feel like that discussion, but if you're already doing it for one, it'd be interesting to know if you can do it for the other. All right, quirk display update. That's a long-standing thing. That's something that I wanted back way back when. So that's also skill tree reconfigured. This has me quite peaked. Like, what does this mean? It says reconfigured. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take a limb. Basically, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna consolidate stuff, make choices better. We've sat down and talked with, obviously the Cauldron and stuff in that past. People have also recognized that is at 91 clicks. The one thing that's going to be interesting here is anytime you mess with skill tree, if they're going to consolidate things, you're going to have to give all that XP back. And do you want to go back in there? And that's my only hesitation is like, even if you reduce the amount of clicks, I've always wanted an automatic system. I don't know if that's ever possible and stuff like that, but anyways, I wonder how they're going to deal with that. So I'll be waiting for that. And then feature investigations, matchmaker. I feel like this also needs to say just match quality. I think that's a better, under match quality is matchmaker, soup queue discussion, groups, and solo experiences. And I feel like that's all under that. You can say matchmaker, sure. Faction play, very intrigued about this. I think there's some low-hanging fruit they can do, but I think what it's gonna require resources, and I don't know how much they have to be able to do that, because I don't think they're gonna be able to totally revamp it, but you can take what's there. I think it would require like a new map or an existing map that gets converted or something. Anyways, we'll have to sit down and hear from them. New game mode, again, tickle me, intrigued, because I feel like we have game modes. Again, I'd really like Incursion to go away. Rebranding MWO. Oh, here we have it. Now, This is in conjunction, I think, with the removal of Solaris. They haven't said when this is going to happen, but I suspect when event queue gets put in, they're going to remove Solaris, and because it'll be a part of event queue. Re-engagement campaign. This is an interesting thing right here. What does that mean? Well, my initial thoughts are is getting players to come back. And I've said one of the biggest things they could do is follow through. Let's get matchmaker changes in. Let's talk about faction play. Let's talk about soup queue. That's how you get people to be re-engaged with the game. I also would toss this out here. I'd love to see, this is another thing here from Matt and Darren, is a timeline jump. You want to talk about writing some money and checks? You guys do a timeline jump. Do some Celestial Series mechs from Word of Blake. Do some Dark Age stuff, weapons and tech. The last big jump that we had was, of course, racks and heavy Goss, and it's became a staple. A timeline jump would be absolutely fantastic to revitalize, bring new toys and everything in, and also new players as well, or players coming back. I think that would be a big one, but I don't know if they have the staff for that. But anyways, we also have PS. This day and this post have been something we have been working toward for quite some time. And we are here posting it on the day before April Fools, but rest assured, this is no joke. Obviously, it's not on April Fools. The Piranha Games Mechwarrior team has been on a mission to deliver content improvements that the fans want in both of our products. The wheels have been in motion behind the scenes as we prepared for this post. Today marks the start of a new era for Mechwarrior Online, Mechwarrior 5, and Mechwarrior. That's 3 things. Is this like another project that you guys are working on that we don't know? Thank you so much for your support and patience, and we hope you enjoy these updates on the roadmap. Oh yeah, and there is still more stuff coming we're not talking about, and we don't mean Mechwarrior 5 DLC 3. All right. Lots to unpack there, especially that last statement. I wonder what that means. And I will go out on a limb and say the last time I spoke to Darren, he mentioned the marketing, because I was talking about how Mech 5 has always been a weird thing where they promote Mech 5 on MWO stuff, but they don't promote MWO on Mech 5 stuff. And that's been something that I felt like for a lot of MWO fans has been sort of a one-lane road, right? And he basically stated that PGI has taken back over marketing for MWO and obviously Mech 5. And we saw that with the release of the little images. That's something that used to in the past. Now, I feel what's interesting to point out is that he's comfortable enough to basically say, we're in charge now. We're not letting another company do it. Good. Obviously, we don't want any more Mechwarrior 5 Atlases with an AC-20 from its hip and its arm. We don't want any more of that. But it is interesting that there's a little separation there. Again, we don't know if there's stuff going on behind the scenes. I don't know. But also, I'm intrigued. Why do they mention MWO, Mech 5, and Mechwarrior? What does that mean right there? That's three things. Currently, we have 2. We have MWO and we have Mech 5. What is that right there? That's the question. I guess we will have to find out. So that's your March 31st, 2022 MWO Road update. I like what I'm seeing. This is one of those things that I pointed out in the last roadmap that I was highly disappointed about. This gives me better vibes. And obviously, we're hearing communication from them via the podcast. I will continue to hound them to do another one. That's what I can do. And as far as everything on this list, I think it's great. I'd like to know more about the event queue. Obviously, we're going to wait for the devlog. I will do a post on that as far as my thoughts on the devlog live, and we can listen to it and sort of respond. But this has got me okay. All right, resources are being dedicated. I think they're, I'm happy with that. So anyways, this has been my roadmap update review. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Obviously, we have the Crusader, the event queue. They mentioned skill tree now. They've mentioned new game modes, faction play. The biggest thing I can think of just leaving you here is again, let's hold them to it. So Matt and Darren, if you're listening to this, we're going to hold you to it. It's a 2-lane road. We will spend money. I think a lot of us. highly consider doing a timeline jump. I think you guys would make your money and then some back in that. I think it would be, you want to talk about revitalization of a game, do a Jihad, Dark Age, maybe even an Ill Clan jump, and do some packs along that. I mean, you can pretty much write, checks for the next, 3 years that you guys have IP, if you don't even extend it even longer. But anyways, let me know, guys. Does any of this excite you? Anything I pointed out, let me know down in the comments down below. If you found this informative, make sure to click that like button. And speaking of, I do stream every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 6 p.m. Eastern, over at twitch.tv/NGNGTV. I have a link down below in the description. Also, a Discord link. Join us on Discord. Read the assigned roles, and I don't do it for you. You're an adult. And of course, if you guys like what I've been doing as far as for the past 2 years, and by the way, this does mark the anniversary of me running NGNG for 2 years, consider becoming a patron. It really does help and makes me being able to create this content possible. So head over there if you're interested. If you're not, thank you for watching regardless. I hope to see you on the stream, and I hope to see you on the next video. Until next time.